Okay, in our last video, we looked at vocabulary exercises and we looked at how important it is to organize them into steps such as 1, 2, 3, 4, introduction, introducing the word, an exercise for students to explore the word, an exercise for reinforcement, and of course, an exercise for further practice. And we did 4 of those. So we have a slideshow here. We have vocabulary exercise, a quiz, and a gap fill. Now, as I was saying before, it is possible to use an audio exercise for reinforcement. It is also possible to use an audio exercise for further practice as well. You can also use error correction and written answer exercises. So we're now going to look at these 3 new types of exercises. We're going to look at audio exercises, error, and written answer exercises. So let's go for the easiest first. So let's go for audio exercise. So what I need to do now, of course, is edit. Again, remember, when we're editing, we're able to add assets, text, images, links, videos, etc. So let's now go to audio and we click this one here. Again, quick search, that's going to search your list of existing exercises. We want to create one, so we're going to create one here. And we're going to call it Unit 6R and I'm just going to call it audio, just so I can remember it. Now, of course, we need a transcript, so the students can listen to you, but they can also, if they can't quite hear you, see exactly what you're saying. So, how are you? How are you? I'm okay, but not great. I feel a bit sick. So we have a context here for okay. I'm good, but I'm not great. Doesn't really work. I'm okay, but not great. Seems to be better. So let's click save. And we have to wait. I'm going to pause the video for a second. Oh, no, don't need to. Okay. So now we have the transcript here. We can edit the transcript here and save again, but I don't want to do that. And of course, here we can record. As we're recording, we can pause or we can stop the recording. Once we stop the recording, it will automatically save. So let's record. I don't know actually with me recording this video, we can actually do this. 2 channels may not work, but we can try. How are you? I'm okay, but not great. I feel a bit sick. Right, we've clicked stop. And now, as you can see, it says here, uploading, do not close page and wait. It's quite important that you don't close the page because this is saving the file to our servers. Again, we need to wait. And there we go. Now, a new button has appeared here. If you don't like the recording, simply delete it and start again. Right, I don't know if this is recorded or not, but let's test and see. How are you? I'm okay, but not great. I feel a bit sick. Okay, brilliant, perfect. Now, of course, we can save that there. Just to make sure. And again, we need to wait. Right, so why am I saving it? Well, I edited it before, and I wanted to show you the fact is that you can add one recording here, but that you can add a whole list. So if we want now to add a new one, we can say, I don't know, let's call it test 2. And this will then add a second one where we can again record ourselves. Again, this is going to take some time to save, clearly. There we go. So we got the original one here, and we got test 2. So let's just go and add this. So we're going to add this here, and then we can have a look. Now, so here we have a mini exercise. The students can listen to it, and then they can click this button here, and they can record themselves. And of course, they can delete it, and they can do it again and again and again. Great exercise to include for pronunciation. Right, I'm going to click off there. Going to leave that. I'm not going to save right now. I'm quite happy with all of this so far. So we looked at the audio exercise. Let's now look at an error correction exercise. So again, I think you're beginning to get the idea here. We click on error exercise. And of course, we're going to need to create one. Now here, you cannot load the example sentences from reference, from your word lists. You need to be able to create all of the sentences uniquely. So we're going to call this Unit 6 R is error, just so that I know what the exercise type is. And I'm going to write an incorrect student sentence. Well, actually, I'm going to start with the correct one first. So, how are you feeling? I'm okay, but not really great. I'm a bit sick. Let's correct that. Now we can copy and paste this in to the incorrect field, and we can change okay to say okays. Now here you can see the system has highlighted this, and this will show this exercise to the students. It will label the exercise so that they know what kind of errors, and then they will be able to actually correct those errors. So here we're going to add, and here there's a number 1. Now this button here, send to students, don't use this. This will send this exercise and save it to every student in this course when it comes to their progress page and the exercises that are saved there for them. I mean, you can if you want, but they'll have access to it anyway. Okay, so again, let's go back up. That was Unit 6. Let's go down here, click and view. Now, you can edit and remove here, and as you can see, this is more a teacher's view. Because you're using the teacher's account, you're not seeing how this exercise looks for students. However, I wanted to do this just so you could see the criteria here. So green is for correct, red is for incorrect, purple is for a missing element, and of course yellow is not needed. So correcting this is very easy because the system is already telling us what to do. Now in many cases it's much more difficult, making it quite a challenging exercise type. Okay, let's leave that. Again, I'm not going to save because I'm pretty happy with all of this in terms of not having any problems. I don't think the computers are going to crash or anything, so we can go to the next one. So we've done the audio exercise, we've done the error correction. Let's do the much more complex but excellent exercise type, which is the written answer exercise. So again, we go back up to the top. You should have worked that one out already. We click written answer exercise, and again here you can't load this data from reference. In fact, this exercise type is mostly written for practice of grammar. But of course, we can use it for vocabularies too. So we need to create one. So let's click Create. Again, let's call it Unit 6. R is, and I'm just going to call it written answer so I know what exercise type it is. Now, here it says add a question or task, e.g., I, man, what is the correct form? So let's do I, okay, so, but we don't want to really just test the grammar here. We want to test the vocabulary. So let's say he is not good, but not bad. What is the word? He's not good, but not bad. It's in between. What is the word? Right, let's save. Now, of course, we have to add an answer. So here, I think the answer would be okay. So now here is very important. It says here, please click on each word you want to include in the model answer. So here we click it. Now, if we wanted to, we could leave it like this, but this is not a good idea because this is telling the computer that any word like this is acceptable. So I'm going to set it as OK, and then I don't want to clear the data. I want to add it. So I'm going to add. Now I'm going to add another model answer because I think the student could possibly spell it without a capital. Of course, they could do it both ways. Again, I'm going to click. This is an adjective, it's saying, with the JJ. I'm going to click like that. I don't want any adjective to be accepted. I want it to be controlled. So I click it there. And now we need to assign the prompt with the answer. And that's easy. Just click Edit. And then you can see you've got the model answers here. So literally just click, goes green, means it's added, clicks green, save. And now if you want to check that, you can edit again and you see all the data is together. So the system now knows. So let's add that. It's this one, yeah. And let's check if that's fine. So okay. You're right. Okay. And there are no more exercises, so it's automatically closed down. So there you go. Those are the ways in which you can use audio exercises, error correction exercises, and written answer exercises. Now, of course, for audio exercises, you can do simple sentences, simple questions. You could also put in a small dialogue there as well. For error correction, you can also, of course, do grammar, or you can do any typical errors that students might have for what in terms of what you're teaching. And for written answer exercise, you can, of course, do it in many different ways, but you just have to remember that the students have to guess what the answer is, so the prompts have to be very, very clear. And remember, think of all the multiple answer possibilities, because you don't want a student to do your exercise, write a perfectly good answer, but the computer not to know it. You have to tell the computer what the answer is going to be. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed listening to that. And of course, in the next video, we will move on to other exercise types. Thank you very much.